Life's fucked up, what can you do? I got a dog that doesn't bark, got a car that doesn't start. I'm so poor, I'm at Walmart. Yeah, got about 50 things on my mind. Got my girl asking me when I find. I say it all the time.
Wall Street!
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I remember when this shit used to exist. TikTok, Xbox, PlayStation, GTA 6 in the making.
Good morning.
What can you do? I'm used to losing everything that I do. I'm used to losing to everything. One layout reminder to the nation, being nice ain't an obligation, but wouldn't it be a beautiful sensation? I bet you would be real nice if you had a time on the watch ticking for your days. How many left? I bet you change your ways.
All right, Wall Street beats sick dough in crypto. Want to learn how to make sick dough in crypto? Well, you've come to the right show. You hit that like, you've hit that subscribe, and yes, we talk about going on a ride. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope you're having a fantastic, fabulous day. It is Thursday, the 24th of July. And please, if you've yet to do so, hit that like and subscribe. Here we are talking about the cryptocurrency and the updates. The Fear and Greed Index, we are at 71 currently, and you are some greedy mofos. Currently, in some of the Bitcoin news, we have not been able to keep up. Excuse me. We do have PNC Bank partners with Coinbase to launch Bitcoin and crypto services. So this is a big deal. We're talking about everybody coming into the space. We're talking about FOMO. Everyone's FOMOing in, and that's exactly what's happening. Where has all this been in October 23 when I was yelling and screaming, let's buy Bitcoin at 27,000? That just seemed like it was insane. Another reason to keep your quiet when it comes to cryptocurrency. Suspects in New York crypto kidnapping and torture case granted bail. I can't believe they got bail. If you're not sure of what this news is about, real quick before we get into the charts and talk about some of these cryptocurrencies that you may be eager to hear about. 2 men accused of torturing and holding a man hostage in Manhattan and townhouse for several weeks as they tried to access his cryptocurrency were granted bail Wednesday. So, like I said, just be really discreet. Now, how much Bitcoin do you have? I don't need to tell you that. It's none of your business. So this will only get you in trouble, seems like. Total crypto market cap, we are just about hovering to the 4 trillion mark. I never thought I'd be talking about that, but that is the case. Excuse me this morning here. If you pay attention to the monthly chart, I mean the monthly crypto bubble, you can see here that, well, Pangu, the XRP blockchain is 300% in the month of this wonderful July. So we'll talk more about that as time goes on. And I had a few people, right? We're talking about July 14th. That's why I love this stuff. We're talking many days ago. We brought this to you, telling you as we were rallying up to $3, everyone thought we were going to the moon. As you can see, $2.97 just before we got to that $3 mark. Well, I was telling you 268 could be coming, 313, and here it is now. But before all that, there were some comments talking about some craziness, right? Wall Pete, I love you.
Teenagers are building businesses.
Excuse me. Pete, I love you, brother, but this time I disagree. Well, I wonder how he feels about all that now. Now that we're falling down, and let's talk about it. We're looking at the XRP chart. If you like this sort of thing, hit that like and subscribe. I'm going to get myself out of the way, I think. Let's see if I can just make myself a little smaller. That would be very nice. Okay. So what we're talking about, we're going to get into XRP. I want to talk about Spark this morning. I want to talk about ASM, Assemble AI. These are some of the cryptocurrencies that I've been bringing to the attention. If you are a follower on Instagram or the YouTube channel for Wall Street Pete. So here we are right now coming down. As you can see, 38.2 pullback touched perfectly. Well, that's weird because that was pretty much what we were dealing with on Spark. So I was kind of hoping this is the same scenario. We'll see. We're getting an M, but I believe now we're going to we're going to Spark. We're going to XRP. I'm just going to show you something. 38.2 pullback, right? We're talking about the measurements of a pullback in a cryptocurrency. Now, this one doesn't look exactly like up to date, but I think this is where we could be heading. You can see the line. That's exactly where we got significant resistance. Now, I'm looking at, I think, a 4-hourly. Let's see. This is hourly, 4-hourly. You can see there it is, perfect. 38.2 pullback. We usually get a big bounce off here, or we get a humongous bounce off the 50%. You can see what I'm talking about right here, 50%. That would be about 10.5 cents for Spark. And we're talking about possibly, and this is what I do for all my followers. A lot of people couldn't believe it, but these are the measurements we're going to take before we find a significant rally back to the upside. Remember how important these prices are. So we're talking about Spark. And we're talking about how important these prices for a huge rally to the upside. None of it's financial advice. This should have been twice as nice, but this is what I do. So I'm pretty invested in here. It looks like I'm going to try and get to a $1,000, $10,000 goal. And I'm putting something in Spark. I see you, Hugo. I see you, DJs. Serve. Just letting you guys know, I see the super chat there, and we're talking about these two pullbacks, so pay attention to that. I strongly believe these are the two bottoms. We could have found it. We'll see what happens. There will be another significant rally to the upside. This specific asset is $160 million market cap, Spark, and currently right now we have roughly $3 billion in volume. So you do the math, you do the figuring out there for me, so I don't have to go over and become crazy. So XRP getting back to it right now. As I said, 38.2 pullback. It seems like the entire altcoins are doing that. We're getting beautiful support, as you can see right here on the orange line. That is my 38.2 pullback. So if we are going to fall to the 50%, which is a very, very typical pullback in a bull market, I'm so sick and tired of screaming that to everyone I know and everyone I love, but 281 could be the worst case scenario, and I'm not saying it's coming, so don't freak out. Don't think it's going to happen, but it could. This is cryptocurrency. There's a good possibility. So we're talking about the $3 range. That's what we've already touched, so you don't need no technical analysis there. But if we do continue to fall, and like I said, if we don't break above the 323, now that's what these prices are here for you. 323 is very important. So as you can see here, if we can't break above the 323, then we're going to see what's happening, because you want that V-like shape recovery. It's very important to get that, because then we'll get that right shoulder, and you can see how an inverted head, kind of something like this, would happen, and it would take us back up, and XRP Ripple would be going all the way exactly as predicted to about $4.50, as I have already marked here. So the same move coming in up on this one as that XRP would take us there. So let's do it. I had a gentleman, he donated, and I appreciate it very much. He donated and wanted to know, when's the next time ASM is going to have its recovery? Well, I think now is literally why I got into it. Dollar cost averaging. Can you do Mass Dog, Pete? All I need you to do is just give me those abbreviations I need to look up on TradingView, and we can do it all day, Jose. No problem at all. You know that. So please give me the abbreviation. I know sometimes I'm supposed to know all this, but you'd be surprised. Sometimes I've never even heard of some of these cryptos. There are a trillion cryptocurrencies. To be exact, I would like to find that out. Actually, it would be really fun. There is, and I thought I just had it up. Excuse me. I'm looking for them. Give me a second. It used to say it up here. See, they changed it. It used to actually tell you how many cryptocurrencies we have. Dominant 62%. Roughly, it says 61.3, but this morning we were at 62%. Pretty big. Cryptos, there it is. 18 point almost 8 million cryptocurrencies. That's actually savage. 836 exchanges. That's pretty wild. We've come a long way. So you can see here, old resistance flipping into old support here. So I believe that this is where ASM, we finally find it. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Right in here is the median here between that resistance and support level. That's about where we were supposed to have found a little bit of support already. But we're looking at the daily here, so we're hoping that the daily could come back up. I had it to hit support somewhere around here, but we got to find the 4-hourly chart, because that's what I wanted to see, because as you can see here, we were building support in this 4-hourly right here. Thank you very much. Right around the 2 cents, almost 21 cents, as you can see how it was developing here last time before we rose and broke through. So ASM, I did have a gentleman ask me, what are we doing with ASM? I'd really like to know. And he gave me a little tip, and I appreciated him very much. We have Bitcoin next. And then can you look up Solana or Solo, AK? Oh, okay, Sologenic. It was a tokenized traditional asset on the XRPL. Okay, sounds really good. So right here, right now, you can see this band is flipping. I don't know if you see that, but this band is bearish right here. If you can tell with your naked eye that there is a flip here, this yellow band is on top and this red band is on the bottom. This is very important, my friends, to understand. What we're doing is flipping the exponential moving average. This is the EMA ribbon. I just explained it. And what's happening is we are bearish when the top yellow is going to the bottom. As you can see, it's on the bottom here. We're a little bearish currently on the 4-hourly doing so. If you can see every time, now this is not once in a while, this is every time. Once I can get that off the screen, apologize. I don't know why it's not letting me do so. It's being very, very annoying. All right, so let's get to it. I'm sorry, this is getting to be boring here. But if you can see here, the exponential moving average, the ribbon, we have the yellow on the bottom here. That's how we know the downtrend is over. And you can see it starting to flip right there. That's when we got that rally momentum. So ASM, I believe ASM, and I'm trying to get to better daily now so we can talk about history. I believe ASM looks pretty strong here because what's happening is we are a little bit in a downtrend here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show you what I see. And the downtrend is that when we rise up here, we come and get a dramatic resistance fall. You can see that now that I bring up ASM on the daily. Okay, now you can see what we're doing. Eventually, ladies and gentlemen, this here is going to come back down, retest, and we are going to break out of this pattern. Find a cup and handle. This is an upward W, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this looks familiar. Find a little support there, but then that's when we will be off, and we'll be talking about prices and retesting. And you're talking about a 10 times gain pretty easily from where we are currently. So you have to understand how important this should be. 1,000% gain, and boom, right to the money, honey. We're a little higher than that, as you can see on the top of the wedge here. But that's what I was trying to show you. It's almost 1,000% gain. We're talking about ASM Assemble AI, reaching back all the way to the all-time highs of about a little over 1.5 cents. So that's kind of exciting to me. I don't know if you get excited over that. Dog mask. I guess I'm just going to, it's SK. He did it. SKI, dog mask. There it is. I like the MEX chart. I like the look. As you can see here, right off the rip, this gentleman's got an eye, or this lady or gentleman. I know it's a gentleman, but he has an eye for the cryptocurrency bottom. And you can see what's going on. If you look at the 4-hourly, we are pretty much going up and down in high volatile waves. You can see here, everything is in high volatile wave, almost went to new higher highs every time. This is usually a recipe right before a huge pull-up. But the market had something different planned here. But I want to get a better one. Actually, let's see what we can do. SKI. See if we can find a better chart. I don't know if that's going to be particularly... No, I knew that was going to be the wrong one. Newbie. Let's see how many we have. Never had skin. Where can you buy this? Just Max is saying that this. I don't like the chart. Usually this is an issue here, data issue. So I'm not a fan of this chart. But we'll continue to use it as an example. You can see here right now. Let's get into Max a little more in detail. I wanted to show you what's happening. You can see we found a bottom. Right now, this thing has been doing nothing but dropping. Right, and I keep doing this. It's so aggravating. Right now, it keeps going on a drive. It won't let me let go of this on the bottom. For some reason, I'm having a trading view issue. But what we're talking about here is this trend. This trend has finally broken. You can see to the downside, we're getting sideways boring action. The one with base. Let's see if we can get that because that is better. All right, that's much better. Thank you. I knew there was something off. So what we're doing here, and this is exactly the recipe that we've talked about many times, and I know Hugo C is going to appreciate this very much. DJ, you know what? We're going to do it. I don't mind doing that. We're going to do Solo, a.k.a. Sologenic next, if you're interested, but I must finish it out with Bitcoin. Right here is a double top M formation on the daily, you can see, but I think we're going to stay in this range of support. I think, see, the EMA exponential moving average, you can see right here, we're already getting that build-up support. It does not want to go below the EMA. As you can see, we're hovering above. So I expect this to come right back through. We're getting a sell signal on one of my indicators here I don't like, but you can see once you get a few buy signals, downtrend is weak, downtrend is weak, you can see after that boring sideways action, after this fall here, which we may be replicating, as you can see here. I mean, this is a big replication, right? We came down to about 0.0486. I would say, Mr. Hugo, or anyone who is interested in this asset, that's a very possible repeat. And you can see right about there, 489, 486. I mean, we really are hovering in that area. We could be retesting that before that liftoff. So please be careful. Dollar cost average in, as we talk about that, is very important. I do love the high volatile waves up and down, so it's easy to say, hey, this is an area where I like to buy. This is an area where I like to sell. But don't do it all at once, but just pay attention to what's happening, right? We're talking about common sense here, and I know it's tough to have on some of us, but if you pay close attention to that, right, I could do the charts for you, color code, it'd look beautiful. That's red, right, and then that's green. It's common sense. We're going to buy the bottom. We don't want to buy it when it's going up. We're not chasing green candles. That's how we get hurt. So look at this trend here. You can see on the bottom, boring sideways action to some people. To me, this is very high volatile waves. We're talking about, and we're still talking about this particular asset. We're talking about dog mask for Mr. Hugo and Ski. You can see 290% moves. I mean, is that not high volatile, or is that just small up and downs? That's a lot. So you can see why he's excited for this particular asset and why he's going in it. Let's see what we can do for Solo. Sologenic. That is another cryptocurrency. This is what we do for some of our crypto followers. They enjoy us. They enjoy me and the cryptocurrency conversation. Now you can see, look at what happened here. We're on a daily chart, and this particular asset, I don't have time to look it up and find out exactly what it is. But you can see we're clearly breaking out of this pattern. It was clearly what happened here was like almost a double top. And where was that resistance? That resistance looking at the 5.4. So almost 5.5 cents. On Sologenic here, you can see right there where we were having trouble once before in this area. It's going to repeat. It's coming down. We're consolidating. We're going to find out where we're going exactly. Precisely here on this chart, you can see daily. This is almost like an ABC-like correction, falling wedges. Nothing really exactly to how I like to see it. Usually, it's primed differently. And usually we find support somewhere around in here, and it goes like this. And then that's where we get this big breakout. Well, that's kind of what happened, but it took a little longer to get. And you can see we're going to come down, build this right shoulder. Now, what do you mean right shoulder? Well, what's happening is there's a fake out, and some people don't see it. So I want to clear the entire drawing. Let's remove the 4 drawings, and maybe we can see better just by looking at this in a different chart. Let's see if we got it. Now, the chart does not look good. Let's see, head and shoulders. We're looking for the inverted, and this is what we might be finding here. Here's the left shoulder, right? You get this kind of inverted on the bottom here, and everything goes through, and it looks so nice, and you usually have to come down pretty far to get that right shoulder. So you can see where we are based off what my, not precise, but just a little bit of an image to give you an understanding of what we're looking at, because this right shoulder was much higher. As you can see, we're in an upward, and you can see the dotted line. The trend is kind of heading to the upside, as you can see, right? The downtrend is over. And that's where, ladies and gentlemen, that yellow band on the exponential moving average flips yellow, flips over to the top. And then that red is on the bottom. And now we are confirmed on these charts that, hey, we're heading to the upside again. Now, pay attention, because obviously different charts tell you different things. 4 hourly, we've been going to the upside for a while. We do not want to go below 4 cents. If we go below 4 cents on the specific 4 hourly chart, you will find that this right shoulder is not developing properly, and we are going to be heading down in a different trend. Right now, this is the trend we're looking at. This is the particular pattern we're looking for. If it comes and touches down a little below, that's okay. We cannot finish any candles below that price. That 4 cents on Sologenic is very important. You wouldn't believe how important it is. So pay close attention to that. As I say, what did I do there? I lost something. I want to know what I did. But it's important. You can see inverted head. It's a very bullish pattern. Left shoulder, we're going to follow to the right, heading to the upside, and this is a trend upward. So that's where I think we're heading. That's where I think we're going to go. Almost 20 minutes into the cryptocurrency video here. So let's keep going here. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. It's very important. This is very important. I meant to give this update last night. I fell asleep. I've been working really hard. But let's pay attention to what Bitcoin has been doing. It's super, super important. I know I have my charts up here, and these can get annoying sometimes, but let's see what's going on. Sideways consolidation after a big pull up, right? Sideways. What happened? Another rally up. Sideways consolidation. Now we're looking at the 4-hourly, so we're not having a whole lot of time frame in here. We're talking about April 23rd, and then to the next rally, it was May 6th. So we're talking about 2 weeks. So you got a 2-week time frame in here probably again, somewhere similar. And you can look, that was just about 8 days. That was a little shorter. You can see, then we got consolidation and then back to the upside. So what's happening now? A little more consolidation, a little more volatility. And this is where I think, ladies and gentlemen, we will find something interesting here. Consolidation, sideways, boring action, up. Sideways consolidation, up. Well, we have PNC, right, with the news talking about they want to give their cryptocurrency services to the world. Well, PNC Bank is one of the, probably the 7th largest bank. That's pretty big. It's a big deal. Now we're doing sideways boring action. If we continue to hold this 115.8, that's going to be a big deal. I do believe, and I've been talking about this for a hot minute. I don't know if I've really done a video about it, but I've been telling myself that the 38.2 pullback in Bitcoin is very likely. And I'll tell you right now, that's not a terrible, terrible pullback. So get ready, Freddy, to eat spaghetti. Now, this is what we're looking at, and I do believe that this is what we're going to see on the scenario for Bitcoin. So if you can only imagine Bitcoin comes down in this, well, man, some of these altcoins, they're probably going to come down with it. Please don't panic. Make sure you have some liquid on the side for some of these days where, hey, we already know it's going to fall. I mean, if you don't have money ready to buy the dip, you're not prepared, and you probably haven't been in the cryptocurrency long enough. So pay attention to what's happening. Jasmine is hovering over 1.5 cents now. I think it's a beautiful thing. I do like the ACH. We talked about ASM, XRP, Spark. We talked about a lot of these cryptocurrencies, and right now I'm pretty much turning $1,000 hopefully into 10,000. That is the game plan for this cryptocurrency. And if you pay attention here, ladies and gentlemen, this is the biggest consolidation that Spark has had in a while. Crypto.com launched it yesterday. Coinbase launched it not too long ago. And it's pretty cool to see that this may be the cryptocurrency this year in 2025. That's my opinion, Spark. And one other crypto asset. What else was the other one? Oh, Zora. Let's talk about that one before I go. And then we'll just call it a complete video here. Zora, this was a particular one I started talking about. And I'll just tell you right now, we got in it 2 cents. It's pretty exciting to see this area right here. This is where we got in, and we made some gains. We've been talking about it, but pay attention. I just want some people to understand this could be kind of happening. We could be having a left shoulder. This is a very, very bearish momentum. Right here, the peak, right? We talk about the peak. This could be the peak. Could be a right shoulder coming in, and well, that's where we could be going. And so we find an inverted headed shoulder pattern. And that's where I think Zora is going. So it could be boring for Zora for a little bit. But we could be getting that inverted, probably touching 2-3 again, where I entered and started making my money. And then that's how you get that kind of play out. So it's exciting to see this actually, Zora. I'm going to keep this here in case it does play out. But you can see how the consolidation comes and forms, and then before you know it, we have something beautiful. So I'm going to get rid of the head and shoulders patterns and show you how this looks, because this could be what Zora does going forward. Pretty exciting to see, right? Ladies and gentlemen, imagine that this pulls off exactly as predicted. There's a good chance, though. I believe we are bullish, and there's a good chance it's going to consolidate somewhere in these ranges. And when it does, well, I'll find out pretty easily for myself. And this is about what we're talking about. Real quick, I just like doing it so much. You can see we found support to 38.2, right? Isn't that what I said on the last 2 charts? Pay attention, definitely to mention. 38.2 pullback. It's a typical pullback between that and 50%. But the 38.2 pullback is really showing itself. As you can see here on this line, that's exactly where we touched. And if you look at the daily, it'll show you a little more clear of what I'm saying here. As you can see here, Zora came all the way down to the tail to that 38.2 pullback. We may have to even say, hey, These are the two scenarios we're looking at, and I hope that this is what we're looking at because I have a good amount of spark, and we get this quick jump because there is 3 billion in volume in the last 24 hours, and I can't imagine that a cryptocurrency with that much volume does take that particular scenario. So there's a chance, 3 cents, that's where it takes us. But if it doesn't, ladies and gentlemen, Zora will continue to fly, and I do believe that we're going to continue to create new all-time highs, and the next level is going to be somewhere around the 7 cents. My name is Wall Street Pete, sick dough in crypto, and if you enjoy these videos, then please hit the like, hit the subscribe. I thank you so much. I do like to listen to music. I do like to make music, and usually I just put some music on the table for us to hear. If you want to enjoy the Bitcoin song, this is my new Bitcoin song. It's not the greatest, but I do like it a lot. Have a great day, guys.
I used to keep my cash in a bag that sleeps, but now it's on the chain, my gains run deep. While the dollar inflates like a balloon in heat. My crypto's chilling, stacking up receipts. Bitcoin is bouncing like a trampoline. You've got me dreaming in gold and green. Yeah, the T.O. I'm a digital, while your paper money's taking fall. It's not just a coin, it's a new mindset. You sleep on crypto, that's your biggest regret. I got crypto in my pocket, future in my hands. Running on the blockchain, taking my stance. No middleman needed, I move on demand. While your dollar's just sitting in the old game plan. XRP got the banks on edge. Cross-border payments, no hedge, no pledge. Solana got speed, like a flash on the block. No fees, just vibes, decentralized stock. We don't wait for no banks or the faction. Stack that coin like bricks in action. Every block I drop satisfaction. Got crypto dreams, I don't do distractions. While BlackRock be begging for a piece of that traction. Even JP Morgan, your eyes on flame. Now they're late to the game. You could tell that we're not playing the same.
BlackRock all in low. Now they're asking questions like, where did you go? Where did you go? I was building in silence, letting you grow. BlackRock all in low. Now they're asking questions like, where did you go? Where did you go? I was building in silence, letting you grow. BlackRock all in low. Now they
Like we're born in love. Now you're asking where I go. Oh, where did you go? Like we're born in love. Now you're asking where I go.
Cardano in the cup with proof so clean. Smart like a scholar, code so mean. BlackRock all in low. Asking questions like, where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? BlackRock all in low.
Wall Street Pete, love you guys so much. Have a fantastic day.